Hello guys, Absolute Duelist here, coming at you with another One Piece game. And in today's One Piece game, we have Zoro versus Law today. Sorry for the shaking as always, and the glare that's in the video, guys. Can't move it off the table because they don't want it on the floor because obviously people got to walk by, and the table isn't the most sturdy with lighters and everything as well. So we're going first though. We go ahead and play the Bonnie, and he seems to have left his Zoro on the bottom of his Don deck. But he goes ahead and gets 2 Don, plays a Nami, looks at the top 5 cards of his deck, is going to go ahead and onto those hand. And what's he going to do next? Play 1 more Don, play the 2 Year Later card. I can't remember the exact name of it, but allows him to add a straw hat from the top 5 cards to his hand and place the rest on the bottom. We're going to go ahead and untap. Got 3 Don. We swing with our Law. He goes ahead and takes it. We pay 3 Don to play a Robin. Robin being a very strong card against Zoro and also Law because he did actually take one with his Robin. So he goes ahead and swings with the Zoro. Good, taking a life there. And he goes ahead and plays another Nami. Going to look at the top 5 cards. Potentially add a good card to the hand. He adds the Rush Luffy there. Going ahead and have that for later on, so we know that he has that in his hand. And it looks like he's debating on what he wants to play. He does play the Robin himself, just so he can go ahead and use that to kill our Bonnies and stuff, because it is a very, very strong card against us. So we tap 1 Don, play the Otama, play to decrease the Robin. Then we go ahead and swing, killing his Robin, because we need to get rid of that as soon as possible. We don't want to allow that on the board, so getting rid of a 2k counter from our hand to get rid of that, it's very good. We go ahead and use a Bonnie there, though, and we add a Jet Pistol. Okay, that's very good there, but we can't really use it right now. We do swing with the Law, though. He goes ahead and counters with an Otama. We go ahead and play a Beijing and also a Chopper blocker. So we do have quite a lot of blockers, and we also got the Robin still. Very good position we're in. We've got our 5 characters on the board, so we can go ahead and cheat out anything on the next turn, which is very strong. But chances are he's just going to swing into our Robin and our Bonnie as well, just to deal with those. But he does play the 1-drop Nami that allows him to put Rested Don onto his characters, and he instantly slaps that onto his Zoro because it's absolutely free. So he's going to go ahead and play... He's going to swing a 4k Nami into our Robin because Zoro goes ahead and gives all of his characters an additional 1k, which is why he's just really strong. We go ahead and drop a Robin with the 1k counter. He goes ahead and swings into our Bonnie as well, swings straight into our Robin, but we go ahead and counter with the Chopper. Okay, in a very good position, but he does Jet Pistol the Robin, so he gets rid of the Robin, and it's going to put us in a bit of a setback because we can't really kill his characters very easily, and we did discard a Robin. But we go ahead and play a Nami now, grab a Zoro. That's pretty good because it means we can get the rush advantage going. Just looking at our Don as well, thinking what we want to do. Like, we should probably aim for the Namis. We do aim for the Namis, so we swing into one of them. We tap 5 Don though to play a Law, and then we go ahead and play a Zoro to swing into the other Nami. We go ahead and play 1 more to play the Nami because we return it to our hand, get a Chopper blocker, and then we pass. So we're back on 5 characters at least. So we're in a relatively good position as long as we've got 5 characters on the board, because it means we can cheat stuff out. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do here. He does instantly just put 1 Don onto the Zoro. Not even a debate. Like, he wants to have the Don on the Zoro. It's just always going to be good. He does swing into my Zoro though, and we 2k counter it. Pays 2 to play a Sanji, puts a Rested Don on the Sanji with the Nami ability, and swings a 7k Sanji into the Zoro, which we go ahead and block. And he does have another Sanji in the hand from the looks of it. So he goes ahead and plays it, and he goes ahead and puts 2 Don on it to kill the Zoro, making sure that's gone, so we can't swing with that and get more free hits. So we're on to, what from the looks of it, it's 8 Don? No, we're on 9 Don now. So we're on very high Don. Like, Zoro games are always fast paced, so you're going to get there as quickly as possible. But we're going to put straight 2 onto the Law, swing it into the Sanji. Looks like he's debating on countering that. Not really a point though. Not really a point at all. So he goes ahead and puts the Don back after letting the Sanji die. We go ahead and put some Don on the Nami though, and we swing into the other Sanji. He does counter that though, keeping it alive. And we pay 4 to Jet Pistol the Sanji. Interesting choice. We could have just swung with the Otama probably and made him waste a counter in hand, but it is better just to murder the characters. You don't want Zoro to have a lot of characters because the more swings they have, the more likely you are to die. You want to really get to the late game with the Law. You need that more than anything. So he's going to go ahead and straight swing at the Nami that's currently on 2k thanks to the leader ability into our Nami. Probably going to just let that die. There's no reason to protect it. So we let that die, put our Don back. Okay. And he's fully stacked. He's got 9 Don to use at any point in time. So it looks like he's just counting his Don, thinking what he wants to do. Like, we know he's got the Luffy in hand as well, so he could just play that at any point in time to get over our Law blocker, which is just really strong. Like, honestly, 5-drop Luffy is very good just for the fact that you can put 2 Don on it. It's going to be a 9k because of the Zoro, and also it just gets over blockers. Like, card is very, very strong in Zoro. So he puts another Don onto the Zoro, though. Most likely going to swing to go ahead and guarantee that damage, so because you have to use 2k or more counter in that case. Okay. So you have to use more than a 2k. We do take the damage here because of that. Goes ahead and places his Zoro there, and puts a Don on it, arrested Don specifically, and it looks like he's going to put another 2 Don on it, so it's an 8k counter at this point. So we do take the damage there, letting him hit us, and we untap our Don. So let's see where we're going to go from here. We draw for turn. We're not in a very good position against the Zoro player, because he can just hit us multiple times, so we need to get rid of his Nami, we need to get rid of his Zoro. He's on free life as well, so we are very far behind. But we're on 10 Don, so hopefully we can re-establish some bodies, make a bigger board, and just deal with him, really. So we go ahead and put 2 on, we swing into the Zoro, and will he let it die? That's the question. Because we do need to kill all of his characters, like, they all have to die. Like, the Nami's got to go because he's just giving him free Don. He lets his Zoro die. That's very good for us. So we pay 1. We play a Nami, looking at the top, with the nice alt-art Nami that I have. And we get a Brook. We go ahead and tap 1 to play a Bonnie. And we tap that to get more characters as well, getting more cards. We get another Law, which is very strong. Law is just a very good card to get overall. Now, if we have another 1-drop, we can just go ahead and play the Law for 2 cost. Or even a 2-drop. We did have the Brook, actually, so we could just go ahead and play the Brook. So we put 1 on the Otama, swing into the Nami, and it looks like he's thinking if he doesn't want the Nami to die, if he wants to counter instead. Like, he does have a red Hawk in hand now that I see, so he can just go ahead and use it to kill a Nami or a Bonnie, which is actually really good there. Like, just killing one of those 2 cards is going to give him a lot of advantage. It's going to have to make us waste more resources and have 2 1-drops to go ahead and cheat out the lore, essentially. So, we'll have to see where this goes. So he does go ahead and Red Hawks. He kills the Otama, though. Interesting choice to kill the Otama. We play another Otama, we play a Chopper, and then we do have the 2 1-drops, which is good. So we go ahead and cheat out the lore, returning the Otama to have a 2k counter, and return the Nami, just debating on what we want to play instead over it. Like, we've got 3 blockers now, so we're in a very good position, even though we're on 1 life. Like, we've re-established our board, and that's the main thing. Like, we need to have an established board. And we play the Robin, so that's going to allow us to kill things, and we let the Nami stay. We could have probably just swung with the Law, though, just because we already have 2 blockers, so there's not really a need. Like, it'd been better just to kill the Nami, I think. So he goes ahead and puts 1 on the Zoro, taps 5 to play the Luffy, puts 2 Don on it so we can get around with our characters. He swings into the Bonnie, swings where we can't block, so we're going to have to counter that. It is currently on 9k, so we need a 4k counter. So we do 4k counter it, which is very good. And he goes ahead and swings with the Zoro. And we currently have no cards in hand as well now, because it looks like we fully wasted our hand just to go ahead and stop us from dying to the 9k. We had to 4k counter it after all. So it looks like we're debating if we want to block just to keep our life. Like, he's still on free life, so I think, yeah, we go ahead and block with the Chopper. We go ahead and untap, and let's see what we got. So we drew a card. I'm really curious to see what it is. Like, I think we have to keep it in hand because we cannot let him kill us. Like, if it's counter, we have to keep it in hand just so we can get around him. And we kind of have to swing into him to get rid of his resources as well. We can't let him keep the Luffy. We can't let him keep, like, the Nami. Like, he cannot keep these cards. That's just going to give him more resource. Okay. So we go ahead and put a lot of Don onto the Robin, swinging straight into the Luffy, making sure that dies, and also killing the Nami in the process, which is good. Okay. So it looks like we're just debating how we want to swing, or if we want to swing at all. He's got 2 cards in hand, so we just put the rest on the lore and swing. And then we pass. So he's got a lot of Don. Like, he's got a lot. He's got so much resource right now, and he's still on 2 life, so we've got to be careful how we do this. So he goes ahead and puts 2 onto the Zoro. Okay, so he's going to probably swing with the Zoro. And he's just divvying up his Don, making sure that he doesn't do anything. You really do not want to mess up with your Don, guys. Like, it's the main resource, and if you mess up, it's going to cost you. So he swings into the Robin, killing that. We get our Don back there. Goes ahead and plays a Sanji. Swings with the Sanji. No, puts a little more onto the Sanji than swings. has 3 Don left. We take the life though, and he plays a Robin and passes. So he's on 2 life. We have the 2 Lords, but honestly, we're on 0 life, so we kind of have to commit here, I think. Like, we just got to make sure we can hit him those 3 times and he's dead. So I think we're going to think, I think we do think for a minute here, just think if we've got enough Don to guarantee game. Like, because we can just put it on the Laws and then put it, we can just literally put 2 on the Leader Law, swing, hope it hits. If it doesn't, then we keep the blockers up. If it does, then we just go for it. Like, we have to go for it here because we're in a very bad position. He's got the Robin and also a Sanji. So I think we just have to go all in. But this is just my opinion, guys, that me back then could have been different. We'll see what happens. So it looks like we're just counting our Don, making sure we have enough. We put 3 onto the Law, swinging face. He takes the damage. We're going to put 3 onto the Law again, onto the other Law. Swing face again. He does take that. And then we put 4 straight onto our other Law, and that is game. But yeah, guys, like, being very careful with your Don, making sure you have the numbers, and it looks like his life was pretty much the Shanks and maybe just the other stuff. So he didn't really get the life in the right order and the counters in the right order just to survive. But honestly, guys, it was a very fun game, very good game. And honestly, I really do say, like One Piece games are so much fun and so cool to play, and it's one of the reasons why I'm having fun just recording these guys and showing you. So hopefully you did enjoy, guys. I hope you do like the match, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully the next ones won't be shaky and have that glare. Anyway, guys, later all. Absolute Duelist, signing out.